You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through.
Hello sports fans, this is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports, and I just want to touch on a few big games we had. What a crazy week we had with the college football playoffs. We also had the Under Armour game, the Army All-American game, but didn't watch the Army game, but I did watch the Under Armour game. I was out there covering it, and the score might look like an exciting game, but the game wasn't actually that good. It was a blowout by one team. Team Highlight beat Team Armour 46-6. That's a blowout. There's no other way around that one right there. It was still a good game. You had a lot of young talent out there, a lot of big time players that are going to take their talent to the next level soon. But it was good to see them all out there and going hard. At some of the practices, you could really see how intense these players were. You know, over in Orlando, they had some great coaching. Herm Edwards was out there, Steve Mariucci, Deion Sanders, LeVar Arrington, and these guys really got after it. You could see the want in their eyes, and they really just wanted to prove themselves against the other best players in the nation. You know, in the end, you don't get a lot of reps because every player has to get reps because there's only limited snaps to go around. But you have to make the best of your reps when you get your chance. Let's go through some of the players that really made the best of their chances. You had DeAndre Francois, the quarterback for Team Highlight, that passed for over 100 yards for his team. You know, we all know how strong his arm is. We know how coveted he is around the nation. We know that the battle right now to get him is between Florida State and Florida. But he really showed some great touch on his deep balls. He hit George Campbell for one deep bomb down the seam. We all know George Campbell, the freak wide receiver from Tarpon Springs that's going to be going to Florida State. Let's see if DeAndre Francois holds on to his commitment or if he flips and goes to the Gators. The Gators won their bowl game against East Carolina. A lot of people doubted Florida, but you know what? They still came through and won. That's without their coach Muschamp, who's now on the sidelines with Auburn. But I really believe that Jim McElwain will come in and he'll do some great things with Florida. He's shown that he really knows how to build a program up from the inside out, which he did at Colorado State. So we'll see how that works out for him, and we'll see how he is on the recruiting trail. I don't know how recruiting is going to work out for them this year because out of all of the players that were at the Under Armour game, Florida didn't have a single commitment. Now they can get commitments from some of these people, like you have Coward, who's leaning in the direction of possibly going to Florida. You have C.C. Jefferson. You have Martez Ivey. So there's some big time players out there that are considering Florida. Now if they go there, it's yet to be seen. But you know what? If they go there, that'll really help the Florida class out. If not, I really expect Florida to hit the recruiting trail extremely hard next year and pull in a lot of top talent. There's only so long you can keep a program like that down, especially out of the SEC and located in Gainesville, which is one of the prime spots for recruiting in the entire nation. You know, right between Miami and Tallahassee and all the surrounding states. But like I said, the game, it wasn't all that exciting. You had some big plays. You had a couple of punt returns for touchdowns from both teams. You saw a defensive lineman score, high-stepped it into the end zone. That was huge. The crowd loved it. All the fans loved it. You had Snoop Dogg's son, Cordell Broadus, out there that had a mini convoy around him. Everybody wanted to get a look at Cordell Broadus. They wanted to get a look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was walking around, having fun, taking pictures with the fans, doing some interviews, rejecting some interviews. But you know, when you're a star like that, you've been around it so long that you know sometimes you go with the flow, and sometimes you just want to sit back and relax. What I did notice was Cordell Broadus and Calvin Ridley seemed like they were best buds out there. Calvin Ridley is the #1 receiver in the nation. Now I fully expect Snoop Dogg's son Cordell Broadus to go to USC, being a West Coast kid. I don't expect him. I know Florida State was after him and some other schools on this end, but I fully expect him to stay on the West Coast because that's what he's most comfortable with. That's where his family is. That's where his dad is. And I don't think that Calvin Ridley is going to go out west. You know, Calvin Ridley's already he's already committed to Alabama. But it was just nice to see that type of camaraderie between the kids, and they seem really, really close. A couple players I got to interview. I interviewed the 4-star wide receiver from Miami Central, Devontae Phillips. Really great kid. Really seems humble. Really seems like he's ready to get to college and work. He's actually an early enrollee, so he's already on campus at Florida State. I interviewed the phenom out of Haines City, safety Derwin James. That was a great interview. Another really, really humble kid. I talked to John Burt out of Tallahassee. I asked John Burt why. I said, you know, you have Tallahassee right here in your own backyard. Why didn't you choose to go there? And he just said, you know, some stuff went on, and you know, he didn't have to get into everything, but he just said that it was better for him to get out of the city and everything. And I completely understand that. You have to do what's best for you in the long run. And I asked Devontae Phillips the same reason why he didn't go to Miami. And he just said it was better for him to get out of Miami and get up to Tallahassee. So you have to respect these kids' decisions.
Hello guys, I'm here with Brian Schaefer from Between the Classes magazine. Brian from Charlotte, North Carolina. Brian, what offers are you considering going to school to?
I had a bunch of offers coming out of high school, but currently committed to Stanford University.
You going to Stanford?
Stanford, yes sir.
Stanford, so you think you'll like the weather from the East Coast to the West Coast? Can you handle that?
Yes sir, it's real nice out there. It's like a resort, so I think I'll be all right.
It's like a resort. So how many trips did you take out there? How many visits did you take out there?
So far I've taken 2 unofficials, and I have an official to take 2 weeks from now.
Are you going to enroll early in January, or are you going to wait till like June or whatever?
I'm going to wait till June.
Okay, so you're looking forward to just enjoying your senior year? You playing basketball, or are you done right now?
Just hanging out. Yes,
okay, well just make sure you stay out of trouble. It's Brian Schaefer from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's going to Stanford. Make sure you watch out for him. What position do you play?
Center.
Center, so he's calling the plays, he's protecting the quarterback, and he's looking at the D-line. So right here, Brian Schaefer from Carolina. It's nice to meet you, Brian. Okay, I'm here with Papa Snoop, Mrs. Snoop Dogg's father here, coming all the way from Cali to see his grandson. What does it feel like to see you and your son, you have your son and your grandson here on a special occasion like this?
Oh, it's a good feeling, man. I mean, this is his last football game before he go to college. And Stu played football in high school, but he was more of a basketball star. And I played basketball, and I watched my grandson come up from the ground floor. And at the end of the day, I'm proud of him, man.
Proud of him. So who you think had the most games, you, Snoop, or your grandson?
Shit, bro. I would say my grandson.
So?
Yeah, I know so. Yeah.
So he ain't better than his dad in basketball?
No, I am.
Or you the man in basketball? So how many you average in high school?
No, about 24 points a game.
So you was a bad boy. Long Beach, right?
No, L.A.
L.A.? Yeah. Okay, that's understandable. So you got any purpose where you want your grandson to go at, or no, not really?
Well, he got a letter to SC, UCLA, Washington, Stanford, Oregon. He just went to Arizona State to visit them. We've been taking him out to LSU to visit LSU. But as of right now, it's really on him. But I would like to see him leave L.A.
You want to see him leave L.A.?
And change the atmospheres, man.
Well, that's good. I know you're still proud of me, regardless of scholarship. You're going to play football. You'll be in the stands, so that's a good thing. Well, you know, my name's Antoine Jackson from Between the Classes magazine. Okay. It was a pleasure to meet you, your son, your grandson. So y'all just keep the faith and you just keep doing big things. A lot of people looking up to y'all, all right?
Appreciate it, man. Happy New Year to you. You're a cameraman. All right, cameraman.
Same to you. Thank you. Y'all, it's Between the Classes here. I have my boy Dre here, and I have Brandon. Dre is from Florida. Brandon is from Georgia? Jersey. He's from Jersey. What school did you go to in New Jersey?
St. Peter's Prep.
So y'all the team that beat St. Thomas in football earlier this year, right?
No, that was Don Bosco, but we won the state championship.
Well, y'all did win the championship. What position you play?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. So you look forward to going to college? Are you going in January or no?
I'm going in June.
June? What school you committed to?
Notre Dame.
So you going to Notre Dame also? Okay, so it's a linebacker going to Notre Dame also from West Palm. So you think y'all going to be good this year?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We'll have a couple of guys coming in. I feel like we have a good class, so it should be a great experience.
This is your friend Dre right here? Yeah. And who is this guy right here?
Bello.
Bello? Yeah. So Dre, you going to Florida State?
Right.
And what school you going to? Both of y'all going to Florida State. Yeah. So y'all think y'all gonna be able to handle the playoffs if y'all can get in there?
We're gonna get in the playoffs. We're gonna be able to handle it.
Okay, so you went to the school in Orlando, is it? And okay, so going to the school in Orlando, what did you learn with football that was maybe different from? Are you originally from Orlando or no?
No, I'm from Nigeria. I came to America last year, September.
Okay.
So I'm new to football.
So you think you'll be able to protect your boy Dre?
All the time, man. I got him today. I put him a lot, so
So y'all got a lot of chemistry. You feel comfortable with this dude protecting you right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened if y'all play Notre Dame in the game again? Who do you think will win? Y'all or?
It'll be a different story than this year.
It'll be a different story. What you think?
It's gonna be a good game.
Now, what you gonna do? What if Jameis decide to come back? You'll be willing to redshirt, or you'll be willing to still compete for the job?
I'm a red shirt, and I sit a year behind him and learn from him, and just do that.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing y'all. I'm from Florida myself. I'm a Hurricane fan. It's kind of tough right now, but it's a pleasure speaking to y'all boys. I wish y'all the best, and hopefully I see y'all on Saturdays and Sundays. All right?
Thank you.
Anything y'all want to say to anybody?
No, I'm good.
Want to say anything to anybody in the Giants?
I don't thank my mom. I don't thank my family. They've been very supportive to me and stuff like that. So I also want to thank them.
All right, you want to say anything else?
No, I'm straight. Shout out to T-Neck.
All right, y'all watch out for my boys out here. They were going to do big things Saturdays and Sundays. We were up early college football. We waiting to see what y'all do, all right? All right, nice meeting you, man. All right, y'all, you guys, I'm here with Tavon Coney. Mr. Coney, where you from? What state you from?
Florida.
Florida, what city from Florida?
West Palm Beach.
Oh, you from Palm Beach, so you committed to Notre Dame, is it? Okay, yeah, I seen this guy. He's committed to Notre Dame. What other offers did you have?
My top three was Florida, Miami, and Notre Dame. Had offer from Alabama, Tennessee, Auburn, a lot of schools, Kentucky.
So what made you go to Notre Dame over all the other, regular, big-time, traditional programs? What made you go to Indiana?
It was a great fit for me. I love the school. I love the visit both times I went, and every time I went, I felt like home, and I felt like that's the place for me to be.
Okay, so to get into Notre Dame, I know you got to have some good grades to get in there. You can't. It's a little bit above average.
Yeah.
So what type of GPA do you have?
I have a 3.2. I've been working hard this year to get my grades up. My grades are already up, but I had to make sure I kept them steady and got all A's and B's in my class. I'm also graduating early, so that's a big plus also.
So you're going to school in January, correct? All right, so you're playing linebacker. So did Chip Kelly say you're going to get early playing time, or you got to fight for it, or what did he say about that?
I'll be repping with the twos in spring. I have an opportunity to try to get a starting position, but I got to go in there and just work hard.
All right, man. Well, it was a joy here to speak with you. Wish you the best, and hopefully you can do great on Saturdays and Sundays, and have everybody watching out for you, all right?
All right, thanks.
Have a good one. Hello, this is Antoine Jackson from Between the Classes here with Leo Wilson. Leo, where you from?
Brookhaven, Mississippi.
Mississippi. So how did you feel? Did you enjoy yourself playing in the Under-Armour All-American game?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Getting to be around all these great players all week, and build relationships with them, Of course, I'll see them on the next level, so that was a great, humbling experience.
So how do you look forward to going to the SEC, playing against the Alabamas, LSU's every Saturday? Can you handle it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I like a challenge. I especially want to play against powerhouses like Bama, Auburn and all those top schools in the SEC West. So that's gonna be nice.
So you want to see those boys? You want to see the competition?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So what part of Mississippi you from?
Brookhaven, Mississippi. That's like in the central area around Jackson.
You have a lot of people. How far is it from Ole Miss?
About 3 hours.
You have your people come to travel to come see a little bit all the other stuff. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you can do it like your boy that went to San Francisco. I can't think of his name right now. I can't think of his name right now. The guy from that plays for San Francisco, the linebacker. He was hurt a little bit this year. He came from Ole Miss. Yeah, P. Willis. Yeah, hopefully you can do like Patrick Willis and represent and hold it down and make it to that level. So we're gonna be looking out for you to see where you at and just be safe. We're gonna pray you have a healthy season and enjoy yourself. But before I let you go, how many positions did you play in high school?
I played 2. I played defensive end up until I got to high school, and I started playing linebacker my junior year.
You got any touchdowns before you left high school?
Yeah, I scored a touchdown on the goal line once it was about 5 yards out.
So you getting ready for the senior prom and enjoy yourself and all other good stuff?
Most definitely.
Okay, well, make sure you just stay out of trouble, enjoy yourself and enjoy college, go to school, go to class, eat a lot, and hit the weights heavy, all right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Have a good one.
So tell me about why you chose Clemson.
Why Clemson? Just because when I first stepped foot on campus, it was just that feeling, just that this is my home feeling, and I didn't get that feeling anywhere else. I didn't get that feeling anywhere else, and just everything about the coaches, the atmosphere, the players in there. I gravitated them very well, and I think it was the best decision I made.
So you feel good about your choice, and how was your experience playing here at this game? I know this is a big opportunity. How do you feel about that?
It's a very big opportunity, just competing with all these great players from all over the country and just having fun and just seeing where you're at before college and playing your last high school game and with all your peers.
thank you for your time and good luck in all your endeavors.
How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports. I'm here with the phenom Derwin James that's committed to Florida State. So Derwin, how do you feel about this whole Under Armour experience? How do you feel like you performed?
I feel like it was a good experience. You know, I practiced hard all week. You know, I got a little bit of action to do. I feel like I got a lot out of this.
Are you ready to take it to the next level soon?
Oh yeah, on Sunday I'll be there. I'm ready.
How you feel about Florida State and the Oregon game?
It happened. I feel like it needs a lot of turnovers and stuff. Like it happened. So I feel like we're down there.
All right. I mean, are you looking to play right away, or you think?
I'm thinking trying to play.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. Okay. How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday with Between Classes Sports. Here with Jacquez Patrick, Florida State commit. How do you feel about this whole experience so far?
It's a good experience. It's a tough guys. Obviously scoring going really nice, but we had a lot of fun. So that's what I'm getting.
Do you feel like you performed well going against this top talent in the nation?
I had 4 carries, man. I broke the ball one. So, you know, I caught the ball well. I got it like, so, you know, I think I okay.
All right. It's a quick drive from you. You know, Orlando to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
You know, are you going to get homesick or anything? You going to be all right?
No, I'm leaving this Sunday, actually, so now I am getting homesick.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there, okay? How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports. I'm here with Florida State commit Abdul Bello. So, Bello, how do you feel like you performed out here with the top talent in the nation?
I think I did pretty good. I've been working all week. I feel like I did good.
How do you feel about the practices? Do you feel like you learned a lot in a few days?
I didn't do a lot in 2 days. So, I've been working now.
Are you ready to play for Rick Trickett in Tallahassee?
Oh yeah, you know, I really love Coach Trickett. He's one of the reasons why I'm going to this team right now. I just feel like I'm really good, big, and I want to get there. He's a tough coach. I know that. That's kind of coach I'm used to right now.
All right, so his kind of brash style of coaching doesn't scare you off like some other players?
I don't think about that. I was kind of like, you know, try and improve, correct my mistakes and stuff like that. And try and reduce my connecting and stuff like that. I just feel like it's not a good right now.
Okay, are you trying to get on the field early, or are you just trying to, you know, get in the system and learn everything first and then go from there?
I plan to like red shirt for the year, learn everything and stuff like that, learn from the big players down there. I don't know, like, so that's something you feel like I'm going to do really good for the first time. So I can get for the year.
All right, man. Well, good luck in Tallahassee, man. Good luck to you. All right, man. How you doing? This is Nicholas Austin Holiday here with Between Classes Sports, here with Devontae Phillips. So, Phillips, you just recently committed to Florida State. What made you decide to take that route?
You know, I just felt like Florida State was more like home. You know, it's more away from home. I don't like to be in Miami. You know, that's why I've been working hard and grinding just to get out of that area. So I'm glad that it's away, but it's not close. So that's what I really like about it.
So, I mean, you leaving Miami, you know, a lot of people are big Miami fans down there. You know, how did your family and friends feel about it?
You know, everybody, you know, I tell, you know, sometimes in my mind I just be telling my little brother and everything, like, what should I do? You know, we like, oh, it's on you, bro. It's just whatever you decide, you know. A lot of Miami fans got a lot of hate right now, but at the end of the day, it's not their decision. My decision where I feel more comfortable at.
Okay, and how do you feel about, you know, how did you feel like you performed against this top talent out here?
Oh, you know, it's like, it's an all-star game, so you ain't getting that much rep. So every time I get step on the field, I just made most of my chances, you know, the fade, you know, everything came to me, I caught, so I was ready for it.
Okay, and you're an early enrollee, so you'll be up there, what, next week?
Sunday.
So are you ready for everything?
I'm being up there this Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm ready, you know, I'm ready for anything, you know, me and my boy, all my boys, we finna do work, try 15,
yeah, James, man, y'all go ahead and give a little chop to the camera, man.
Try 15, we know, no nation.
So let's go on to some college football. We had Florida State play Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Very, very unfortunate score. 59-20 was the final score. Florida State was blown out by Oregon. It hurt my heart. I stopped returning text messages. I stopped answering my phone. And I really just thought I needed to move away to another country for a few weeks just to get my mind straight. And so people would stop contacting me. You know? I thought Florida State had a great chance to win the game, but things got out of control. You can't win a game with 5 turnovers. In the course of one quarter, which was the third quarter, and the beginning of the fourth quarter, Florida State had 5 turnovers. you can't do anything with 5 turnovers, 4 fumbles, and 1 interception. Oregon is too good of a team to have that many turnovers. They capitalized on every single turnover and scored off of them. You know, Florida State has the freshman phenom Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had a great game in the first half. He had 90 yards going into halftime. Actually, Dalvin Cook also broke 1,000 yards for the season in that game. But Dalvin Cook had 2 costly fumbles. And you know, you just have to secure the ball better and you have to be more focused. You know, these kids out here, they're trying to get strips. They're trying to take the ball from you. So you got to be more focused. You got to hold on to that ball everywhere you are because they're coming to get it from you. But you know what? I have to give Oregon its props. Oregon came out there. They played tough. Oregon was able to run the ball. Oregon also has a phenom running back in Royce Freeman that a lot of people don't talk about as much because he's over on the West Coast. But Freeman was a 5-star running back coming out of high school, and him and Dalvin Cook came out, you know, just in his recent class. So they're both freshman phenoms. And you know what? Freeman looked just as good out there as Cook did, minus the fumbles. But Mariota, you know what? On his zone reads, he was pulling the ball. He was getting upfield quickly. Mariota is a special type of athlete. He's running a 4.3 at 6'4", 210, 215 pounds. So I'm interested to see how he's going to do in the league. Now, if I was a GM, I'm going to go with Winston over Mariota. And I know a lot of people will say, well, I would go with Mariota first. He's faster, this and that. But Winston's game translates better to the NFL than Mariota does. I think Mariota has a chance to be a really good quarterback, but spread quarterbacks haven't translated to the NFL as good as pro-style quarterbacks have. But it'll be interesting to see. Remember, Jameis Winston still hasn't declared for the draft, and I don't believe Mariota has either. I expect both of them to declare, but when they declare will be interesting. On the other end, in the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, you had Ohio State and Alabama. Everybody pretty much wrote off Ohio State. Ohio State was down to their 3rd-string quarterback. Remember, Braxton Miller was out with a shoulder injury. J.T. Barrett fractured his ankle. So they were down to their 3rd-string quarterback. Big guy, Jones at 6'5", 250 pounds. But everybody thought that Alabama was just going to run all over them. But you know what? You can't count out Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's been there before. He's done that before. He has championships, and he's won every place he's been at. He came out with a great game plan. They stifled Alabama's running offense. One of the pretty much the best running offense in the nation. They stifled it and they shut it down. And it was really impressive. And you know what? On the other end, Ohio State was able to run the ball down Alabama's throat. Elliott ran all over the Alabama defense. Don't forget, this is the vaunted SEC West Alabama defense from the best conference in college football. Even though Alabama lost their bowl game, Mississippi State lost their bowl game, Ole Miss lost their bowl game, and Auburn lost their bowl game. So I'm not crowning the SEC West. Earlier in the season I was because they looked legit. But you know what? After their bowl performance, they're not the best conference. Sorry. But coming off of that game, now you're going to have Oregon and Ohio State matching up in the national championship game, which is in Dallas, Texas at Cowboy Stadium. Now, this is going to be a really interesting game. I've had a lot of people asking me, you know, who do you think is going to win? You know, I really think that the final score in the Oregon-Florida State game is not indicative of the talent level that Florida State has. Now, Oregon won the game fair and square. You can't argue that. But I think that the game would have been closer if Florida State would have played a better game. You know, like I said, they had the turnovers. So I really don't think that – I don't think you should be expecting a blowout in this type of game because Ohio State, you can't expect a team to have 5 turnovers. And I can pretty much assure you that Ohio State is not going to have 5 turnovers. Is it going to be Oregon's high-flying, up-tempo attack that's going to take out Ohio State, or is Ohio State going to be able to control the clock and run the ball down Oregon's throat? I expect a little bit of both. I expect for Ohio State to be able to run the ball down their throat, put up plenty of yards on the ground, and I think Jones is going to get his. You know, he can get up in the middle, he can run, he's hard to tackle, he's a big guy, and he has a great arm. But I also expect for Oregon, to be able to get their yards through the air. Like I said, Freeman is a special type of running back, and I expect for Mariota to be able to get the edges on them. I think this is going to be a really, really, really close game, and I'm not ready to pick a winner yet, but I expect this game for the score to be somewhere in the 30s. You know, both teams have really good defenses. Ohio State has a really stout defense, and I think they'll match up pretty well against Oregon's vaunted offense. So it's going to be an interesting game, but don't worry, we'll be reporting back to you with all the tidbits of the game, how things played out. We may even give you a show before then with, you know, our score predictions and a little bit more analysis on that game. But until then, this is Nicholas Austin Holiday with Between Classes Sports, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.
You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard, we grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard, we grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through,